First it was 9, then it was 6.
Now it is time to get rolling.
Go sit with the dog, Crema.
Space is... Where's the damn thing at?
I don't know.
Space. Final frontier. Ah!
No, I
Go
thought we
to
said that
Kimmy.
was fireworks. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Pow, 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 pow. Woo! Bye-bye.
That's how he lets fireworks off in the house. Sparkles. Hey, you even did it the right way. I'm impressed.
Welcome one, welcome all, welcome to the Christmas Eve.
Not Christmas. You're wearing a shirt.
Welcome to the
New Year's Eve.
podcast Late Night with Sammy and Kim.
Kimmy.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. For the ones that are here, ones that are not here, ones that are going to watch it later.
Ones that tune in later that have never tuned in before.
Right.
The
Thank you,
husband
thank
and
you,
wife
thank you.
team.
What is
Because sometimes they don't know and they don't go back
But we
and
don't
listen to
care.
the other stuff. Well, I do. The new guy asked
I'm
last
joking.
time.
I'm joking. I'm
And
joking.
he cuts me off.
So, tonight is about having fun.
Yes.
So if you have a drink, drink it.
Yeah,
if
drink
you
it.
have a, it could be
Should
adult or non-adult oriented, depending on what you're into.
Drink what you're into.
Drink what you're into.
Or, well, maybe you shouldn't drink what you're into. I mean, I don't want you sitting in the hot tub drinking that water. That's pretty gross.
Yeah, don't drink. Yeah.
Yeah.
No golden shower, nothing like that. No sick shit. Well, just don't tell us on the air, okay?
Just keep it amongst
Keep it-
yourselves.
Keep it amongst yourself, but
Right.
but enjoy what you like.
Yes.
That's the way I should say.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. Don't drink the pool water.
Don't drink the pool water. And don't drink yellow snow after it's been melted either. Or eat yellow snow.
There you go.
There's a lot of yellow snow. There's probably a lot of yellow snow out there right now.
I would bet there is. Yeah, a lot of
all-
our country is snowed in.
All of our countries
Yeah.
are done. So, let's get the music out. And we're ready to roll. So this is all about, we decided, well, I don't know, I decided.
Yes.
It was like, don't look at me and put me into this.
Yeah.
So I was trying to think of a format for tonight, and New Year's Eve is normally the time you have fun.
Yeah.
So I figured, why not? Let's have some fun.
Yeah.
Get everybody.
Well, we try to have fun every time, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, very much
So is this a different level of fun or just a different kind of fun?
Well, maybe a little bit of everything.
Oh.
So, because I've got multi-stories to enjoy for tonight. And I'm just checking our Facebook page because it's not coming up. What's up? There he is. Brian. So, what are you doing tonight, Brian? Where are you at? So, we'll see where...
He's right about amateur night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Stay at home, guys. Stay at
Yeah.
home, drink, have fun, but stay the hell off the roads because
Just
everybody and their damn brother is going to be out there trying to drive.
Attempting to drive.
Attempting to
Whilst
drive.
liquored up well.
The key word there is attempted to drive
Yeah.
because I got to say, So,
Well, just like tonight is amateur fireworks night.
yeah.
Memorial Day, we
more-
call that amateur weekend for the boating world.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's usually the time that everybody that's not launched a boat ever decides to launch.
Uh-oh, the moose. That's kind of cool. I haven't been to a moose lodge in a long time since we had the video game business.
Yeah.
Yeah, the moose and the elks and all those. It's funny watching old people get drunk. That's all I'm going to say.
We're old people now, though.
No, that's a whole nother level.
Are
Of
you
old
talking
people.
like seniors, like
Yeah, we're talking
retirement,
like
Social Security,
yeah. I
Medicare
mean,
age?
yeah, we're talking
Okay.
senior
Haven't
senior
made it there
level.
yet. Got a few
Yes,
more years at least.
senior, and we're not talking. We're turning Latino either. It's senior,
Senior.
not senior. It's senior, as an old motherfucker. Old, not as in manual labor,
Oh,
being the lawn guy.
Manuel.
Manuel labor.
Oh, we have to say happy birthday to your niece, Holly.
Oh yes, happy
It's her
birthday to Holly.
today.
Hope the family watches, so we have to put in our 2 cents,
Yes.
3 cents, whatever.
Yes.
And then on top of that, I'm trying to find out real quick before we get too crazy that we might have a trying to figure out how our podcast is doing on YouTube.
Okay. Well,
So,
while he tries to find that, you might hear in the background this noise.
yeah,
The dog has
doesn't
been
mean we're getting
well medicated.
somebody freaky over here. No,
Yeah,
this is the
it's
dog.
none of that.
Nothing but a
And
dog.
the dog is not a fan of fireworks, to say the least.
Yes, to say the least.
Yes. And he's had his meds, but it's just taken the edge off.
Yes. I mean, just taking the edge off is the nicest way to put it, too.
Yep.
Because this dog is like freaking the fuck out.
He followed you into the bathroom. He followed me into the bath. And
yeah, it's
then, I have the seated performance. So, of course, I sit down and he's like, hey, great, you're sitting. I'm sitting too. And I'm like, well, there goes to shutting the door. I mean, nobody's around, so whatever. But
it's just hilarious about the dog because anybody comes to the door that he doesn't like, he'll eat or try to.
Yeah.
Okay, then you've got greet him nicely or not nicely, depending on what the deal is.
He seems to like certain strangers walking by, only certain ones.
He must got beat by some fat, huge woman when he
Or a human of some sort.
or a man of some sort. Because I tell you what, every time that somebody that is a little
larger than us,
larger than us,
myself, yeah,
he does.
He
not
loses
like
it.
them.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how nice they are. So it's kind of weird, but what are you gonna do?
Hey, he's made up his mind.
He's made up his mind.
That's all it is.
And now you know.
So if you hear heavy panting in the background, it's the dog.
Yes, it's the dog.
And the cat was sitting over here earlier, staring over at the dog, like, "What's the matter with you?"
Yeah. And it's
an interesting dynamic in our household, to say the least.
And we have this other indoor-outdoor cat, and I call him the more indoor-outdoor cat today because of the fact that he is definitely indoor-outdoor.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that he is just indoor-outdoor all damn day today.
Yep.
So it's like...
He was a very frequent visitor.
Well, it's like every time you open the door, run out. Every time you open the door, he'd run back in.
Yep.
Run back out. Run back in. Run back out.
He couldn't decide.
So anyway, you know why also is tonight that we didn't think about, and that is, Kimmy.
Yes.
You know what tonight is?
What's that?
Tonight is actually our anniversary of our house too.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Yes.
We closed on the 31st.
On the 31st, and I'll start with that conversation because Kimmy has to take a text from my mother. Thanks, Mom, for interrupting the damn thing.
I guess I have to take her some Advil.
Now?
Well, she's asking if I got anything.
Just tell her to come in the house.
Okay.
Come to the house and get some. Tell her that we're right in the middle of a podcast. Hint, hint. So anyway, so this was our first night in this house. So it was kind of funny because in order to get your what do you call it? Your tax exemption in Florida.
Your homestead exemption.
Your homestead exemption.
Yes.
You have to live in your house in that year. And so we're dumb kids. And so we're like, okay, well, we have to live in our house the first year. You know, nobody's checking.
During the year that
during the
you
year.
buy.
So, during the year that we bought the house.
Yep.
So we bought the house on the 31st. So in order to show that we lived here, we put a mattress in the front living room.
Yep.
And literally we're taking pictures like, Happy New Year's. Yeah, New Year's Eve and shit. Just so we got proof that we were here.
Right.
Oh, but, probably nobody would have ever checked it, but we had the proof, if we could. So, what are you going to say? But
no one ever came back and said you couldn't have the exemption
exactly.
for that year.
So that's all that mattered.
Yeah.
That's all that mattered. But, so happy anniversary to our house.
To our house.
Now Kimmy.
Being our house.
Yeah, our house. That's what I said.
Not anybody else's house.
Well, who else?
I mean, I don't know when it was actually built, but
yeah,
the anniversary of the purchase.
Yes.
Yeah.
We own it on this day.
Yes.
1998.
Yep.
24 years ago today. That's scary. But so why don't we got shirts for just tonight. Now, if you notice, they're kind of bright.
Yes. And they glow in the dark, although you won't see that because we have the lights on.
Because we're glow in the dark. Now turn around, Kimmy. Stand up for a second and show them the back of your. I got your cord. So, it's the Happy New Year Bucky shirt. See, and check it out. Look see the little. Oh, that's kind of neat. It has a little effect with the lettering with the camera. So.
That was awkward.
Yeah, that was very weird. Very weird and awkward.
Next time, just tell me to put the shirt on backwards.
Well, that would be weirder yet, because then your shirt would be on backwards.
I can fix it.
So, we decided tonight would be a night of talking about having fun. Now, we've had a couple, and now, mind you, these items that I'm going to speak of were in the past. So, cops don't come after me for this shit now.
Yeah.
Oh, guess who's here? Uh-oh. We're frozen.
I pointed that out to you.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, we're not frozen. It was just a screen.
Yeah.
Whew, good deal.
Nothing's broken.
Oh, that's weird. We're only frozen when we expand. Say hi. Let's see if it comes up. Doo-doo-doo. Come on, wave to me. Wave. There I am. See, I had to wave because there's a delay.
Yes.
Okay, and the delay we use GoPro cameras for our podcasting.
Yes.
And no offense to GoPro, they suck.
Yeah.
Okay. Why do they suck? Because
it overheats.
It overheats and then it
this
decides to
lock
lock up.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is that then we're sitting here and we're in a cool, great mood and we got everybody on and everything's great. And then all of a sudden we're like,
yeah.
It's like, or Kimmy will be working and I'm frozen.
Yeah.
But Kimmy's moving around and it's like, and I'm sure people at home are going, what the fuck is going on over there?
I think the better inquiry is, how are they doing that?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, that's a neat trick. And then my arm would come out the side of the camera. Yes. It's like, oh, it's like I'm frozen over here with my arm over here, but now I got a third arm going, ha, ha, ha. So now that we're, Brian dropped off. We'll get him back later.
He's driving.
Oh, he's driving. Yeah. Don't video
don't
and drive unless you're watching our podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
You can listen. So.
Oh, hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, while you're back, I will start with our first story. So, when we were, when I got my first real job, working for a, here comes the dog. Nope, you get to hang out over there, buddy. Yep, there you go. Okay. So I get my first real IT job, and we wanted to go celebrate. So right before I was going to do this new job, we decided that we were going to, I got a new car, got a new job, life was going to be good, and so we decided we wanted to go to a casino. Now this was a while ago. This was like in '98. Hey, hold on a second. See if we can get the dog in the other room. I can hear him through my headphones.
I know. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Good boy.
So anyway, so basically to start with, so got a new job. We wanted to celebrate. We were deciding that we wanted to go to this casino. So what I did was I went out and got, so we got in the car. And at the time, the casino in Tampa, the Hard Rock, was not the Hard Rock Casino.
It wasn't what it is now.
It was like a hole in the wall place on
before
the
they
reservation.
rebuilt it. Yeah.
And so yeah, it was just like a building with a layer of smoke like this high.
Mm-hmm. You couldn't breathe.
It looked like there was a different cloud structure inside the damn building. And so we were going to go try another Indian casino.
Yep.
In Immokalee, I think.
Immokalee. Yep.
Immokalee. Okay, so I'm in the car and I got this little Ford. It was called like a ZX2, I think, or something like that. And it was quite quick. On the interstate, it was really, really quick.
It was very fuel efficient.
But it was very
for its time.
Yeah, for its time, it was a fast car. It was fast in its own way.
Yes.
And so we decided to get on the interstate, and my nickname is because of my lead-footish tendencies.
Yes.
Especially in my earlier days.
Yes.
And so Kimmy doesn't pick on me because she's worse than I am.
A little.
But she's not Kimmy speed. So
no, that doesn't work.
That doesn't work. So anyway, we get on the interstate, and I am like doing. I think we were hitting like 120, 130 mile an hour.
We were doing pretty good.
We were humming. We were blowing by cars like left and right. Mm-hmm. And we went all the way down, and we're shagging ass down I-75, heading towards Fort Myers area.
Yep.
And we turned off somewhere like where we thought the casino would be.
Yeah.
And we were. This is before you had cell phones.
This was before GPS and sat nav. So
and cell phones with screens. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going off of directions.
Yeah, like printed directions. Yeah.
So we get off on this exit, and I end up, and it's like we're just like in the abyss. Like all of a sudden you couldn't see anything. It was like jet black dark. Yeah. There was no lights.
It was like somebody took the stars and the moon away.
Yep. And then all of a sudden it was like it said take a right.
Yep.
So I took this said right.
Yeah.
And went down this road, and I don't know what this road is to this day. I did. It's a road that literally corresponds side by side with I-75.
It's probably old trail.
Yeah, probably the old Tamiami Trail in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, it's dark as shit and spooky at night.
It's dark as shit. There's nothing else out there. It was just all you seen was it was a 2-lane road.
Yep.
And on both sides there was this fence, and it said, "Do not go. Do not get close to this fence. Panthers."
Yep.
And I'm like, holy shit! Like, where the fuck did I end up?
Weren't we also low on gas at that point?
Well, that was where the problem came in because of me and my lead foot. That we ate through 3/4 of a tank of gas. So now we're on this road. We have no idea where it's taking us. But I'm thinking somewhere on this road has to be a gas station that's open. So we're just hauling that. So I'm just cruising down, and I'm not saying anything to Kim yet because we've got 1/4 of a tank. Car's kind of fuel efficient, so it should be okay. Then it's just this road just kept going and going and going. And I'm like, where the fuck did I go, And so all of a sudden we get to the end of the road, and it took us literally right where the entrance to Alligator Alley is, which is the road that goes across the I-75 corridor that goes across over to Miami. Yeah. I mean, we were that far down we were like at the end of Florida, basically.
Yep.
Getting ready to cut over.
Yep.
And in the swampland. So we get on the interstate.
We were in the swampland.
Yeah, we were definitely in the swampland. So we turn around. So I haul ass in the first exit I could go to. We got gas. We got some coffee. Called it a day. So at that point, to get the gas, now I'm even more wanting to find this said casino.
Right, yeah, because now we're charged up with caffeine.
Yeah, so we went and asked people, and they're like, oh, you just take this exit down here, take a right, it'll take you right to it.
Yeah, right
Okay.
there.
Yeah,
it's right there.
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no big deal. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we start hauling ass back. Now I'm doing the same speed as I was the other way, shagging ass by cars, just zoom, 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 enjoying the speed of the at the time. And then all craziness kind of hits, because at this point we get to we're hauling ass down this road, and I look in the median, and I'm like, holy shit, look at that, there's a car sideways in the median. And then it dawned on me, I'm doing 130 mile an hour, and this is a cop spinning around in the median to come get me, and I'm like, oh shit. So I start slowing down and slowing down and slowing down, which is probably the worst thing I could have done at this point. Well, it's a bad thing and it's a good thing, because, a ticket isn't worth jail.
Right.
And so I had slowed down to like 75, 78 mile an hour. And I mean, we're talking 5-10 minutes later, the cop finally pulls us over.
Mm-hmm.
And so we get pulled over, and then the guy he just gives me the frickin' riot act on the side of the road. Like, do you know, I can't let you go. I'll give you a break on the speed, but I still got to give a ticket. I got to talk to my boss, and, you could go to jail for doing what you were doing, and yada, yada, yada. He goes, when I finally got on the road, now, mind you, I was doing 130 mile an hour, and I slowed down. By the time he got on the road, he had still hit me at like 88, 89 mile an hour. And I was like, this is way before the ticket clinic, unfortunately. And I had to eat that one. But it was like, holy shit. So he gives me the ticket. Now I'm a little pissed off, because well, fuck it. We can afford it. I got this new job. It was good paying, all this other stuff. But let's try to make our money back. So after 20 minutes with the cop, we go down the road again. And now I'm trying to watch my P's and Q's. I'm doing the speed limit. I'm doing all this other crazy shit, that to make sure I'm okay. And I get off on this exit that they told us to get off on. And then we get nailed by a speed trap. Now, when I call this a speed trap, we're not talking about like a speed trap as in I was hauling ass and there was a
like
cop
Smokey
hiding.
and the Bandit. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like old school, local yokel cop sitting behind a sign, and the speed sign says 55 miles an hour, but
it's in the white with black print.
With white and black that you can see really visible.
Yes.
But what you don't see is this
the one
little sign that was like this big.
That the colors are reversed on.
Yeah, the colors are reversed. It's black with white lettering, and it says 45 at night.
Yep.
So now I was like 3 miles over the 55. So now I'm 13 miles over the speed limit.
Over the night speed limit.
Over the night speed limit. And you got
that we didn't see.
That we didn't see, and this joker cop pulls us over again.
A different cop.
Different cop. So he pulls me over, and I tell him, I'm like, I'm looking at your sign. I did. It said 55. He goes, oh, you didn't see the little sign below it. I can show you what it says. And it's like, oh God, here we go.
Right.
Yeah.
And
then I'm like, I just got a ticket. Can you give me a break? Because it's like getting 2 tickets. I mean, we're talking, this is like 10 minutes
Yep.
Since
it was like 10 minutes apart.
It's literally 10 minutes apart because
Yeah.
we literally get the ticket. We went and took a leak at a 7-Eleven, and then we went down this road, and I get the speeding. I get pulled over again.
Yep.
And find out that the cop that pulled me over the first time was a deputy, and the sheriff he was calling was the jerk off that was holding the speed trap down this road.
Yeah, they had us now.
How unlucky could I get at this point? It's like God was just telling me.
That was a never go back to Immokalee.
We're not
That's what
going
that
back
means.
to Immokalee no matter what the fuck I do.
You're not going to pay me to stop there.
Yeah, I'm not paying to stop at no casino in Immokalee.
I don't care what's there. They can have it.
Yeah, I don't care if I would won $1 million that night. I couldn't have done that. So basically, this cop's like, you gotta slow. And of course, he's giving me the right act again.
Of course.
Oh, but I'm going to give you a break, and I'm not going to give you a ticket the second time. And I'm like, okay. I mean, this ticket was so much. The first one is like you could gold plated that bastard. How much it was? It's like I should have hung that. I should have did that thing where you waterproof it or whatever with the plastic, laminate it, and hung it from the rearview mirror. It was that fucking expensive because I had jewelry now. Not a ticket. That was as much as jewelry. So basically, the story goes.
It was pricey.
It was pricey, and don't go to Immokalee to the casino. It's not worth your time. And if you do, make sure you.
If you go and you find it, just do the speed limit, whatever it might be.
If you go, you find it, then also send me a picture because I'd love to know what it looks like. Because I think we drove by it, and I think it would look like a bar at that time. And so I don't know if it's still there or not, but it was a hole-in-the-wall bar at the time. So, because we drove by it, I'm like, that can't be it. But it was the only thing on that road when we did that long drive down that freaking road. Yep. So that was yeah, that was my that was our get out of jail free card, I guess. I don't know. But that guy did.
That was a lesson leared. Not going back to Immokalee.
Not going back to Immokalee. So, on a funnier note, I got one that Kimmy and I did. I had bought we had sold that car, ironically, and I always wanted an S10 Blazer. So.
Well, they were cool, like the 90s versions ones.
And so
mid-90s, early 90s.
And so I bought this. So I went out and I wanted this Blazer. So we went down and we traded in the car.
Yep.
And we bought this S10 Blazer. And from the day we bought it through the whole time we owned it, I think we drove it. I think it was at the dealership being repaired more than when we.
I almost lemon lawed that one.
Yeah, we were that close from getting a lemon lawed. I wish we would have, because that would got us out of a whole lot.
And somebody traded it in.
Yes, I traded it in. I didn't want it anymore. I want my speed back. I think we traded it for. I think we traded it for the Celica.
I think so.
GTS or
I don't
whatever.
Recall. It doesn't matter.
Yep. So, long story short, we get the. So we bought this S10. And Blazer. Yes. And like the air conditioner went out. Then this went out. Then this went out. And then we had this one issue that just kept reoccurring.
Yep.
And that was every time you hit a bump, it sounded. This is now, mind you, we didn't buy a used S10 Blazer.
Yeah, but brand new.
I bought brand new.
Yep.
That year.
Spent the money. Yeah.
Spent the money. Bought it brand new. Had 10 miles on it when I bought it.
Yep.
Every time you hit a bump, no matter how little or how big, it squeaked. And
terribly.
It squeaked.
Yep.
It literally sounded like an old 70s car that rusted out for 20 years.
Yep.
It sounded like you needed to give it an oil change and then spray all the oil underneath the car.
Yep.
To get rid of, lube up every little bit.
Lube up everything.
Everything.
Because it literally sounded like it had none.
Yeah. So this thing's squeaking like crazy, and we find out that
it was a design flaw.
It was a design flaw in the springs in the front of the car. Had these little rubber gaskets on top to keep it from squeaking.
Yep.
and they would wear out after
Yep.
like 30, 40 miles.
It was thin ass rubber.
Yeah, and so if you hit speed bumps, even if
Potholes. Whatever.
anything light,
Little bump
it
anywhere.
would rip this rubber, and
Yep.
all of a sudden these things would squeak like
and then,
hell.
yeah.
So we took it in once. They replaced them,
Yep.
and then they gave us the car back. Now, we didn't get home, and
Yep.
it started doing it again.
Yep.
So we dropped it back off.
Yep.
Again, dropped it back off. They told us they replaced the springs this time.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. Well, when they replaced the springs, they put 4x4 springs on it instead of, this is a 2x4.
2x4,
which
right.
is a 2-wheel drive, and
Yeah.
they put 4-wheel drive ones on. Oh, they have a heavier duty rubber gasket that goes on the springs. Yeah.
Sure.
Whatever they were trying to get us to take
Yeah.
the car. And so we get it out, and like it lasted for like a week.
Yep.
Then we took it back again.
Yep.
And then they did something else, and they're like, oh, it shouldn't do it anymore. There you go.
Right.
So a week went by, and I'm like, this thing, I know is going to go. Yeah, we were like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was mileage or what, but we were worried about the car. I think they said if it happened again that, they were going to see about doing lemon law or whatever.
Right.
So at this point, we went out and we're like, well, let's test drive it. So over by Siesta Key, if you go, there's two different ways to go. You can go to Tamiami Trail,
Mm-hmm.
which is 41. It takes you all the way around. Anybody knows Sarasota, it goes around by the water and then takes you into the middle of town.
Yep.
Tamiami, what that is in Florida. It's Tampa to Miami, the straight
The
route.
original road.
Original road that took you could go from Tampa to Miami
Mm-hmm.
on this road,
Yep.
and it's 41 US 41 or
US
whatever.
41, basically. Yep.
And you could follow it all the way to Miami.
Yep.
By taking this road.
Yes.
So that's why it's called Tamiami. Well,
yes.
so we go. So if you could either take Tamiami,
Yep.
41,
Yep.
or you could go down these back roads,
Yes.
which is like in this really ritzy area, right over by Siesta Key.
Mm-hmm.
Now, because there's a bunch of rich fuckers over there, they have all these humongous speed bumps
tables
and speed humps and
Yeah.
speed tables.
Yeah.
Anything to slow your ass down every 10 feet,
They have them.
they have them because rich fucks get whatever they want. You can't
Mhm.
do that in your neighborhood, but
Nope.
damn if they can do it in theirs. So we thought this would be a great idea to test out our springs.
Remind me to come back to that.
What?
The speed hump thing.
Okay.
We got to come back to that in a
Okay.
minute.
So all of a sudden we go and we take a couple of them and nothing happens.
Yeah, and we're like, cool, maybe they
Okay.
fixed it.
Yeah, and so
Great.
so I'm like, nah, that's not enough for me. So I start flying. Now they give you a hint that's a sign that says speed hump or speed
table, whatever. It's coming.
ahead.
Yeah.
But it's like it says tables right here, and if you were so-called not doing the speed limit
Yep.
or over a little 5 or 10 miles an hour,
Yep.
it comes up so fast that it would knock you all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
So we go out and we do this. So we're hauling. I'm hauling ass now. Now
Yes.
I'm kind of pissed because I'm like, I know this isn't going to last. I know they just put some fucking grease or something in there and
Right.
pat us on the ass,
Patted it in.
blow
yeah.
our ear,
right.
and
yeah.
go on your
Yep.
bad merry way.
Exactly. Right.
So we start accelerating and we take one and woo, we fucking leave the seat, come back down like, oh, that was fun. Let's try that again. So Kimmy and I going all the way down this road like 50 mile an hour on a 25, hitting speed bumps. Woo! Boom! Woo! As many times.
I don't think we were going quite that fast, but it was close.
It was close. It
Yeah.
was 45 to 50 mile an
Yeah.
hour and like a 25.
Right.
And you'd hit
Well, it
those
was-
things,
yeah.
and it had those 4x4 springs in, and they'd compress,
Mm-hmm.
and that truck could just launch off the frickin'
Mhm.
launch into the frickin' air. And it was so awesome just to see that thing fucking land and come back. It's like, oh, all right, let's try it again. And
Yep.
and so what pissed me off is that we did that like a million times, and nothing happened. And then it was like a month or two down the road, after all the heat was off from that, it happens again.
Yep.
And it's just like, I can't fucking deal with this anymore. I just need a car that's, because at the time it was screwing me up because because it was like I needed my car to go to work and back.
Yep.
And it's like,
yep,
you're driving to this place and they're not giving back then. They didn't give
you a rental car. You were just like, oh, our courtesy van can take you somewhere.
Here's your courtesy van. You want to go to the Publix for 2 hours while we change your springs out for the 31st
right? Yeah,
first time?
Exactly.
And I will tell you, I know I work for another dealership, but I would never, ever, ever in my life, and I do mean ever, if you live in Sarasota, Bradenton, I'd never buy a car from Sunset, ever. Just because that between Sunset and Cox, yes, our Chevy dealership's named Cox in Bradenton.
Yes.
And the name
spelled
fits
with an X
the dealership.
instead of the CK.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the name of the dealership goes
fits
with
the folks that are there.
Goes to the folks that are there. Maybe not the workers per se.
No, they have a couple of good people,
but the owners are Cox.
Yeah.
Owners, family, and they will rob you in a heartbeat.
Yes.
And they robbed us. So
they don't care.
They don't even care about their own people that work for them.
Right.
Unless you've been there 10 years, 20 years, they're not giving you any kind of deal.
And you kiss ass.
Yep.
Yeah.
So between them and Sunset,
that's not in my repertoire. So.
Yeah. So between between Sunset and Cox, you have to go to Punta Gorda.
Yeah, you're screwed.
Just go to Punta Gorda and call it a day.
Yep.
Punta Gorda, yes, get a lot of motive group.
Yes.
No plug there. And it's not that I'm biased either. It's just that we bought this truck.
Well,
and
you've had enough experience with buying and trading vehicles that you've been to them all.
I have just we've never talked about that, but I've had. Oh my God.
Many.
I mean, we're like extreme.
He
double
needs
digits.
all his fingers and all his toes to count. Let's just put it that way.
And probably more than that.
And he probably needs mine too.
Yeah, I would say that I need.
Let's leave it at that.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's good 40 cars in my lifetime.
Yeah.
At least 40 cars in my lifetime.
Yeah.
And some lasted for months, some lasted for years, some lasted for no time flat. Got rid of it because it sucked. But
yeah, so how we were talking about the speed tables and the speed bumps?
Right.
So the neighbors, sorry, I don't know their names. I know their animals' names. So Bailey's parents.
Where is these? Where
Bailey's the ones that walk out here. They have the nice shaggy Sheltie dog. Yeah. Okay, so that's Bailey. I don't know what the people's names are. I'm sorry. I'm terrible with names.
People live down the street from us. You just say that.
Yep. They're like, hey, so some of the neighbors are trying to put together a committee for speed bumps, but they say that the county won't put them in. They're like, we need to put in speed bumps ourselves. And I go, oh, I already looked them up. You can get one in a duffel bag. Guy says, where? I'm like, yes! So, we are going to speed trap our own road.
Yeah. Oh, I told you we should do that a long time ago.
Yes, and I kept saying it, and it was like,
Our, just so you know, our neighborhood is like a racetrack sometimes.
Yes.
This depends on what's going on.
Yes.
And, but yeah, in that we've done... In the only thing that seems to work is the camera deal, and I just can't stand out there all damn day.
Nope.
But the camera deal did work very, very well.
Yeah,
they don't like
slowed people down. They don't like the idea that they're being filmed doing something that they shouldn't be doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's like that speed bumps, yeah, you know, and this is something that, I always thought when I was.
Maybe we could make a big sign like those people did with the "Don't cut through our driveway," and we'll just make a big sign. Thank you for speeding. We've emailed the video of your speeding with your tag to the sheriff's office.
One thing.
Something.
Well, back in the day when I was really upset about it, when they were really bad.
Yeah.
I thought I'm just gonna fucking just in the middle of the night just put a fucking brick out there.
Yeah.
And then when they haul ass
then
down
we
there,
toyed with like broken strollers
but I found out something because of that.
What?
You can't when you put in. I guess this is something big in like the upper northern areas in California and stuff. What they do in the hoods is they'll put a center block in the middle of the road.
Oh.
And so it's forcing you to stop.
Right.
And when you stop, people will jump out of the bushes and rob your ass.
Nice.
So because
I mean that's not nice, but wow.
Yeah. I mean
that they've thought this out.
Yeah,
hey dude, put that block there.
Yeah, so our my public announcement for tonight.
Yeah, if you wander down the
road, is that you got to do a basically if you see a center block in the road,
keep going.
Just try to dodge around it the best you can, or stop, back up, turn around, and take another road.
Yeah.
Because that means there's people in a fucking bush somewhere ready
waiting
to take
jump your ass
out.
Right.
Or take your car, or whatever the case may be.
Take your shit. Whatever.
Exactly.
Probably not a good situation.
Not a good situation at all. So I just thought
See,
I would.
if they could just take that ingenuity and put it into something useful, think of how great the world would be.
This is true. Yeah, but it's just like because I was on YouTube and it says, "See this? If you see this, be careful." And I'm like, "Holy shit!" I mean, that's pretty fucking intense.
Yeah. I like the do-it-yourself speed bump, though. That's pretty cool.
Well, we put those in Punta Gorda.
Okay.
On the private road that's behind the shops.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot to it. You get the impact wrench, which is battery powered.
Yep.
And you get they come in sections, and you literally they're made of like hard rubber, so they last forever.
Right.
And you get these big bolts that come with them, and you just shoot right into the asphalt.
Nice.
Done.
Well, they make one and it's supposed to be for like your parent pickup lines and stuff like that, where they can roll them out. But it rolls into like a satchel that's like yay big, and I imagine it's pretty significantly heavy if it's hard rubber because it is described as what you said. But you don't bolt it into the ground. You literally it goes across the road, and then you roll it back up when you're done and tote it off.
Mm-hmm. Problem with that is somebody will leave it out there and somebody will take it in the middle of the night.
I'm not leaving it out there. If it's my responsibility to put it out, trust me.
I just thought you get those ones.
But the ones you can bolt in, I mean, hell, it'll take the...
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about. There's holes in the road. Huh, must have been a squirrel.
Well, I personally think that if you mounted something like that out in the road, middle of the night, nobody's seen it, nobody knows about it.
Right.
All your fucking neighbors already want it.
Yes, this is true.
You know
they're
going
to assume the county did it, and they're not going to report shit.
Well, they're not going to report you.
Right.
I mean, you'd have to be a big dick to report somebody for to helping the neighborhood, not hurting it.
Yeah, yeah.
And to add to, I mean, probably the outside
neighbors. We need
neighbors.
two, because we live on a corner, and you and I both know they fly around the one corner.
I want three. I want one at 10 feet from one stop sign and one 10 feet from the other. So that way, when they hit, they have to slow down at least. That way, when they get there, they're already slow to the stop sign. And then when they come around the corner, after the stop sign, boom, there's another one sitting right there waiting for them.
That's good.
See, the one thing that used to catch me was on the private roads, like behind, behind the McDonald's back when we had where my
Oh,
old
right.
job was
Yeah,
at.
the old. Yep.
At the old Intertape building, they had like bumps, but they were repeating bumps. So you literally, if you wanted to stop somebody, put a speed bump in and then move 2 feet and put another one in.
Yep.
Because it there is
rattles
no
your
way in
shit.
hell.
I don't care if you're driving a 4-wheel drive.
Exactly.
You're gonna feel that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, it was like, and then it was so funny because
It'll
people
throw
would,
a drink out of your cup holder.
I just thought it was funny because back in the day they would, the guy that owned that building didn't want people back
He
there.
didn't want people driving through.
And I thought it was hilarious because of the fact that he would get creative because they would like somebody would come out there with like diesel fuel and melt them down and shit.
Right, yeah.
And so he'd get creative and he'd make
it
monster
bigger.
ones.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was like to get over it, you damn near needed a 4x4 or a truck to get through that little street.
You needed some help.
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
like there was definitely no way to just quickly go around through it.
Nope.
But yeah, so
no quickness there.
No quickness at all. So speed bumping.
Yeah.
I mean, I could just imagine our street when those guys haul ass the first time.
Can you imagine them hitting
boom,
and then
and then boom a second
right?
time.
Yeah.
They get through that area, it'll be boom and then boom.
Right?
Yeah, you're not
Screw
getting
it! I'll wait in traffic. I'm not hitting that shit again.
Yeah, it's like the guys down the street will be cussing, like tearing off fenders. I mean, like body panels, and everything.
Those little
else.
air dams that are underneath the car. There's already a guy that comes through here dragging one.
It's like, yep, you won't have that one for very long.
Nope.
Have a nice time.
Goodbye.
Yep.
Yep.
So,
somebody told me that protects the oil pan on the Nissans.
The plastic thing?
Yeah.
It was designed. All cars have these for 2 reasons. Okay, it came out to number one. If you had this, and it was a dealership thing, like say you sold a Nissan today, and maybe it wasn't put together exactly perfect.
Okay.
Basically, the only person that would know that there is a leak is the dealership, because until the plastic thing is dropped.
Gotcha. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows the trouble your car is being. Nobody knows its sorrow.
Right. My engine light's on, but it's not leaking oil. I have no idea what's going on. It's all in that little thing up there.
Yeah, and between them not putting like things like measuring devices and just using like dummy lights for shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that can fuck somebody up, because think about it. All your oil is in this floating this pan.
This thing, yeah.
And
you don't have access to the engine.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, they leak a little bit, but they'll rarely do it.
Yeah, yeah.
But that was one reason. But the second reason is that the more of those panels you put in, the less air dam you have. And so basically what it does is it makes the airflow under the car better.
Oh.
Making better gas miles. They might gain 1 or 2 miles per hour.
Well, hey, that's a lot these days. Every manufacturer is neck and neck with.
I mean, hell,
I'm more
Ferrari.
competitive, and I'm.
Oh yeah,
this
Ferrari
and
a lot
better,
of the
blah, blah,
high-end like sports cars, like even the Corvettes now have a belly. They call it a belly pan from front to back.
Wow.
Hides everything.
No kidding.
So it has that perfect flow in and out of the underneath of the car.
That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, with like 1 million fucking screws. Like to do an oil change on a new Corvette.
Yeah. It's a process, huh?
It's a huge process.
Oh no,
huge
thanks.
process. It's like, I think, what did they tell me? It was like 35 screws just for the back area. Yeah, I mean, imagine if you had to take off all the panels underneath the car.
Of course, if I can afford to drive a Corvette, I can probably afford to pay that guy the hour it takes, or
exactly.
30 minutes,
that oil
or whatever.
change is $150 versus $40.
Whatever. Yeah.
So.
No thanks.
Yeah, but speed bumping would be interesting because you start banging those things underneath.
Yeah.
And
hey, I
them
wonder
up.
if my unicorn car I seen has it.
Unicorn car.
The Avant. The
Oh
Audi
yeah, I'm sure it does.
A8.
Yeah, I'm sure
Avant.
they have
Oh,
something.
it was so beautiful.
Yeah.
Station wagon.
Kimmy's in love with
wide
a station
body.
wagon. Go
I would have
figure.
chased that guy down, but then he would have thought the wrong thing.
Yeah.
No,
An
I just
Audi.
want to see your car. I'm a car nut.
Yeah, freaking Audi.
I'll be late to work for this one.
Yeah,
Trust me.
exactly. Oh, hey, Mark. Happy New Year, buddy. That's a car. Those are some cars that have those belly pans too. The Genesis.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, most definitely. So yeah, it's kind of yeah. The Genesis are all just like they're going to be listed like a Rolls Royce down the way.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's like a
That's cool.
like a cheaper version of a Rolls Royce. That's what they were gunning for. Well, they already took out Infinity. That's what they did in Australia. Basically, Infinity and Nissan had a lot of the like the luxury car market.
Yeah.
And Mercedes, but you can go buy a Genesis
Right.
for half the money,
Right.
and I mean a macked out Genesis for like $60,000-$70,000, and the Genesis, like the GV80s and that were just amazing, or the G80 car. Oh my God, that's the only way to fly. Yeah.
Cool.
The only thing that's missing with the G80 is it should come with like your own driver, because so you can sit and enjoy 99%, because they're really made to be like chauffeur cars in their own way.
Right. Sorry, I see my monitor coming up on your phone. I was trying to keep it
Brother
from doing
James has shown up to the party. Yeah.
Don't put it back, right?
Was, but don't put it back. I mean, there's not much. I mean, there's nothing that you really need that belly pan for down there.
Right.
I mean,
and I guess some cars have fabric ones.
Yeah. Well, the only thing that was where they were a protector was like a good example was like on the old Sunbirds, like you had.
Mm-hmm.
It had a belly pan that protected the air conditioning and
Parts.
all this, because
Right.
the air conditioner was like dangling,
Right there, yeah.
which made no fucking sense whatsoever. Yeah. No, that's all right. I don't know, the G8. Yeah, James is like being chauffeured in your Hyundai. It's like, yeah, but a G80. Oh my God, or G90. Those things are
Those
badass.
are nice. They're pretty.
That was
Lots of features.
my boss had one when I first started.
If I have a chauffeur,
Man,
if
that
I
was
can
a
afford to
badass
have
car.
a chauffeur, I'm going to go buy the most expensive Porsche that I can buy. And that's what I'm going to be chauffeured around in. That way that guy gets the tickets. I'll be like, yo, Jose,
But
let's
I don't
go, or
see-
whatever, Mark, I don't care,
I don't.
Vamonos.
But Porsches, but they're not. But the Porsches are not. I don't know if it would be worth it to be a chauffeur car, because you got to think about it. The Porsche 4-doors and stuff, they're meant to be like kind of
I don't
sporty
want
car.
a 4-door Porsche. I want a 2-door Porsche.
So you're going to sit in the back of a 911.
I'm not going to sit in the back.
be
I'm going to sit in the
chauffeured?
passenger seat, so that guy can get the tickets when we're wearing our night vision goggles.
Yeah, and you'll probably have you paying night vision goggles.
Night vision goggles. Turn the headlights off, and we're going cruising at like 2
Going
a.m.
cannonball run on us here.
Yes, absolutely. And I'll be sitting there going, "It's okay.
Yeah.
We've got a good lawyer on retainer.
Yeah,
Just take the ticket, smile. Let's get the heck out of here."
brother James is saying, yeah, and he's absolutely right, 100%, because you had a 911 and you were in the passenger seat, that would take literally like 2 drives somewhere
Yeah.
before you fired
Move
the
it,
guy
right.
and just left him on
No,
the side
it'd
of
be
the fucking,
you.
yeah. Take an Uber.
Here's the chauffeur,
Yeah,
y'all.
here's my chauffeur. Yeah, that's about right too. That's about right. Oh shit. Yeah, that's about right. And she's done that to me way too many times, where I ended up getting in trouble because of what she wanted me to do.
Yeah.
she had
that
this
one
wild
time in downtown.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the first thing I was thinking.
Yep.
First time ever. There's like, she's like, don't let that guy. There's.
Yeah, I'm like, don't let that guy
either,
in front of you.
Don't let this guy in front of you. Oh, you can make it through the light.
Yep.
Oh, don't worry about this. Don't worry about that.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Oh, the light's gonna change. Hurry up.
Yeah, the light's gonna change. Hurry up.
Yep.
So we go through the light, and it's like, oh,
I'm
light's
not
gonna
quite
change.
that
Hurry
bad
up.
now.
And so the cop, also I look, here comes the cop right
Yep.
behind me. I'm like, fuck. So we get this crazy idea. Now,
The
it
park's
sounded
since
good.
been
It sounded
redone.
good in our head.
Yeah.
But not so much. Because the whole, this day and age, Kimmy would have gotten shot. Okay. And the reason why is because our idea was, well, we won't get a ticket because we will pull into this parking lot.
And I'll run for the bathroom.
And Kimmy's going to run for the bathroom. And we're going to say she was going to shit her pants or pee herself, whatever. Yeah. And we had to get there right now.
Yep.
And so we pulled over. She ran out of the car. And
yep.
all you can see on the cop's face was, what the fuck,
Yep.
So now, instead of it being thinking that she was just going to go pee, he's asking me like all these oddball questions, like as if I picked up a hooker and she ran for the fucking border when the cops came up.
Right.
It's like, and he just would not believe that until she came back, because she went, and then of course she goes in the bathroom and sits in there like for a long period of time to make it like as if she really
Seemed
needed
like
to use
I
the
really
bathroom.
had to go.
And so I'm sitting here and we're waiting for and this cop's like, I don't think she's coming back. I don't think that's your wife. I don't think she's coming back. I think you I said, I don't believe you. I think you picked up somebody that you didn't know, if you know what I mean. And I'm like, it's my wife, man. I promise you. She just likes to take a long shit. I mean, don't you like a long shit?
Right.
It's like, what?
Didn't you see her carrying the magazine?
Yeah, it's like she ran for the border, man. She's going to crap herself. What do you expect? She's probably still cleaning her shit up. And the guy's like, he goes, well, where were you guys just a minute ago, and why did you decide to come to, and of course, the lot that we pull into where the bathrooms are is like on this riverfront.
Yeah.
And of course, the riverfront area that we were at was like the slime ball part of the riverfront.
Yeah, it wasn't the nicest area.
It wasn't the nicest
area.
area.
They've dressed it up a lot since then.
Yeah, it's dressed up now, but before
it was very.
That was the sketchy area where
you didn't really want to pull in there.
That was drug deal city and what? Hookerville.
Yeah.
So what happens? I go pull into Hookerville, and my hooker ran for the border, and I'm sitting here. Kind of like with my pants down in a way, if you no pun intended, because she's gone and fucking gone, like
right.
She's gone,
out. Right?
Like peace, bitch, she's out, I'm gone, and so she finally comes back, and she has to give him like driver's license and stuff to prove that I didn't pick up a lady of the night,
in the same house.
It's like, I promise you, man, this is my frickin' my wife already.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you and your frickin'. But
he didn't get the ticket.
Yeah, I didn't get the ticket, but it was close. It was really close.
He took enough harassment from the cop that pretty sure we're not going to do that one again.
Mm-mm. I was like, that'll never happen.
Ever.
And never work ever.
Yep.
Like ever.
Yep.
So yes. I mean, but Kimmy and the cops don't get along very well anyway. So.
Well, I get along with some cops, just not all of them.
Yeah, just not the ones trying to
As long as they're
give
not following me when I'm down the road.
Just as long as
just
they're
stay
not.
away from me
Just
when we're on the
as
highway.
long as you're not following you while you're doing something you shouldn't be doing, then
I don't know what
like
you're
them
talking
just
about.
fine.
I obey
You're
the
the only
rules.
person that gets pulled over and then cusses at the cop.
Hmm?
Yes. I remember those days where you have called me on the phone and you're cussing, because I remember when we used to live in Palmetto and that cop pulled you over like 2 blocks away from the house because you slowed down.
Yeah.
And you're like cussing them and calling them everything but a white boy.
Well, I wasn't
And
using racial
with
slurs.
no, but with you on the phone, like you called me on the cell phone, you won't believe this shit. They're gonna give me a ticket for this and da 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 da. And this guy's a fucking idiot. And you just called him everything under the sun.
Well, he was.
And I'm just picturing this guy sitting there, just like, just give me your fucking driver's license so I can give you the ticket. But you know,
Of all the people to chase.
yeah, it was what it was. I think that was one of the few tickets that we were trying to fight, that we fought because.
No, we didn't fight that one. We fought a different one.
Yeah, because you went to turn the
yes,
corner.
Yes, there's more.
Yeah. Kimmy's the only one that slows down to get a ticket.
Next time I'll just keep going.
I sometimes you just wonder if it's worth the juice or not, you know? I mean, people out there, remember, these are conversations from past experience. You can't do that shit now.
No.
You can't run from a cop.
Yeah, please don't. You can't outrun Motorola.
You can't outrun them. And, well, it's more than just Motorola. You can't outrun the frickin'... I mean, it's just like you get shot these days for shit like that, you know? It's a whole new world out there. You know, the cops don't fuck around anymore. They're going to get you.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So, yeah, you and your...
So when I buy that Porsche, I'm going to buy that Valentine speed thing.
No, I'm going to... Yeah,
and then I'm going to put a lawyer on
when you get
my
that Porsche,
Tanner.
I'm going to talk to the techs in the back and go, can you put that limiter at 75 mile an hour, 80 mile an hour?
No, that's not fair.
85 mile an hour with a GPS system that only turns off when you go onto a track.
They come factory with a GPS, so you can
yes.
tune into
it.
it.
Like Nissan's, the GTRs, the last ones that they came out with, they actually had a GPS system that it wouldn't open the engine up unless you were
like the
on,
hood.
No, like open up.
Oh,
like
give you the horsepower.
It wouldn't give you the full Monty of the horsepower without being on a track.
Oh,
like you had to be like it would sense that you're on a track in a GPS, and as long as you were in that track area.
Then no holds barred.
Yep, exactly. So say you went to Bradenton Motorsports Park.
You could open it up.
You could, and you wanted to go drag racing. Well, now it's going to turn on because you're in Bradenton Motorsports Park.
Right.
But then as soon as you leave, then you lose it again. Well, just
we won't buy one of those.
Yes. Kimmy's like, glad you told me that. We ain't buying that shit. Nope. No way, no how, no sir.
Figure out how to hack around that son of a gun.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So, speaking about cars, I've been contemplating this for a while.
Uh-oh.
So
we can't buy the Tahoe.
No, not right now. But here's my theory, and I'm going to have you guys in the comment area. Today, and I'll let it go for a week. And I want to know, because I get, quote unquote, news.
He has unusual access.
I have unusual
to various
access to
manufacturers.
sports car news that doesn't come out right away, and things of that nature. That it's not hurtful for the dealership or anything like that. It's just news that they're going to like it's the same news that the other YouTubers get. And then they work upon making a video on it or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
But I was thinking,
he's thinking
maybe another show, another time of the
another day of the week.
Or
do shorts if it's something like.
Or maybe maybe do a smaller video during the week.
Yeah.
Or we take the what do you call it? Like maybe the second part of the show might be like car news.
Yeah.
Like once a week.
Yeah.
Like maybe on Wednesdays or something. Maybe not Wednesdays. Wednesdays are pretty hopping for us.
Yeah.
Maybe it'd be on Saturdays. Who knows? But but here's I will put out a poll, and then I want to know what you guys think about it. And you can fill out the poll.
Fill out the poll.
Dance on that pole, bitch.
Let's fill up the pole, isn't it?
Fill up the pole?
I don't know.
No, that'd be, well, you can't fill it up. You got to wrap around it.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to straddle it like that 400-pound Lucy chick
that's not happening.
from the strip club.
No.
Where she put her butt cheeks on it and it disappeared.
No.
For like 3 feet.
No.
That was a lot of ass. That girl could shake her shit. And those guys loved it every minute of it.
Well,
You know, but you know, what are you gonna do? So
yeah.
we might do some car news.
Car news.
Car news. So there's something to talk. There's something different to talk about. Maybe change it up a little bit. Another day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if we get 3 days out, that might not be too bad. Or at least have a video that comes out in between the other days.
I think like a Monday would be good.
Yeah, like release one every Monday or something like that. Something that's just a video. But let's
Or
see.
move the Wednesday to Tuesday and do it Tuesday, Thursday, and then Saturday.
Yes, this is true. This is true.
So lots of different things to think about.
Yes, lots of different things. By the way, while we're on the subject matter of this, please like and subscribe on YouTube,
Yes,
like
please.
or Facebook or wherever you're at.
Yes.
If you
Hop
can.
over to YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube is
Samatized.
go to at Samatized on YouTube.
Yes.
Take you right to our thing. If you could subscribe, I
Like
would
and subscribe. Ring the bell.
Yes,
Please.
because then you get all the shorts and all the funny shit that we
Yep.
do on in between.
Yep.
And I would greatly appreciate it if you could.
We would like the numbers to grow.
Yep, get those numbers to grow, baby. And we're
Please.
starting to, as of tonight, we're actually live on our other channel as well. The channel we're supposed to be on, which is the Samatized channel. Probably going to switch over to maybe our live broadcast will start coming over there. You're supposed to be there tonight, but maybe not.
Well,
Guess not. So just
as we close this, the news people, because I watch the news,
right,
had the best ofs, like little clips and things
Right.
where they've
Right,
cut
right.
up or whatever. And they got to New Year's resolutions.
okay.
Now, I don't make a resolution. I have things that I'm working on, and that's just the way it is, and I don't need New Year's to tell me it's time to change something. But they went around town in Tampa, and they asked people, like, hey, what's your New Year's resolution, right? So this one lady's like, I'm going to save for a house, and this other one's like, I'm going to buy a new car, and this other one was like, I'm going to lose weight. And they got to this one guy that was standing in front of the convenience store, and guess what his New Year's resolution was?
What?
World peace.
World peace.
World peace. So I'm thinking either we've met God on TV
Or John Rambo.
something because he can make world peace happen.
World peace.
I mean, isn't that what a resolution is? You're supposed to be
Yeah.
something that's achievable. So that means he can achieve world peace on his own.
Maybe,
So it must be God. That means God's black.
maybe he's just getting a piece, just in general.
Nope.
His
He said
girlfriend's
world peace. That's what he said. Because I was like, what? And then they replayed it on the second hour, and I was like, yep, that's what he said.
World peace.
Yep. And then I tried to get you to watch it the third time around, and they cut it.
It's like the old that was it Miss America.
Yes,
We
exactly.
want world peace.
Yes, that is exactly my point.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
So, well, I don't know. I don't think did you know that most, like 90% of all resolutions that are done
Fail.
they fail.
Yeah.
So it's just the way I look is, why would you do one?
That's why I say I have little things that I'm working towards that I don't need New Year's to tell me, hey, it's time
Yep.
for a change. I know. Oh, he's invaded.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
says our
he's here
hour
to-
is up.
Yeah, he's here. Kaboom, kaboom,
Yeah, he's
kaboom.
like, hey. But yeah, I don't need a time of the year to tell me to change something.
Here we go. I got an idea. Watch.
Uh-oh.
I have this feeling. Hold on. Oh, world peace.
All right.
So
Happy
anyway,
New Year, y'all.
Happy New Year's, and thank you, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in and chiming in. We
Thank you
appreciate
for being
it.
part of the family
Oh.
and watching.
Sponsors.
Oh, we're not gonna go through that tonight.
Just real quick.
All right, so we got. Go ahead.
Brian Ambrose, Ambrose Home Services.
Yes.
Look him up on Facebook.
Yes.
And Boozio Life. It's down there.
BoozioLife.com. Coupon code Samatize still gets you a 15%. And so, yes, definitely jump
Free
up
shipping.
Free
Yeah.
shipping. Go
And
on
it's a
there.
cool bottle.
And please, please, please subscribe to the channel. We thank
They
you
have
guys,
different colors.
everybody that's subscribed now. We
Keep
appreciate
stuff
you.
cold or hot.
You know, we appreciate you guys 100%.
Yes.
Everybody
thank
that
you.
watches has subscribed and has
Yep. The more
contributed
subscribers
in some
we,
way, shape,
we
or
get,
form.
the
It's free, guys.
better.
I'm not asking for
Yeah.
anything. We're not asking for any money.
Yep.
We just ask you, please, 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 if you can.
and we're not gonna ask for any money.
No, we never ask for money.
Mm-mm.
The whole goal is to, if you guys
I
want
got a
to,
budget. We stick to it.
Yep.
That's what it is.
and that's what it is. We be broke, but we having fun doing it.
We're having fun.
So until next time, thank you
Happy New
guys so
Year.
much. Happy New Year. We'll see you next year.
Next year,
On
2023.
And 2023. And what is our motto?
GFG.
GFG. Getting the fuck out of here.